calls on all of us to take a step back, take stock of where we are, how we go forward from here. Thankfully, former Trump is not seriously injured. I spoke with him last night. I'm grateful. He's doing well, and Jill and I keep him and his family in our prayers. We also extend our deepest condolences to the family of the victims who was killed. Corey was a husband, a father, a volunteer firefighter, a hero, sheltering his family from those bullets. We should all hold his family and all those injured in our prayers. Earlier today, I spoke about an ongoing investigation. We do not know the motive of the shooter yet. We don't know his opinions or affiliations. We don't know whether he had help or support or if he communicated with anyone else. Law enforcement professionals, as I speak, are investigating those questions. Tonight, I want to speak to what we do know. A former president was shot, an American citizen killed, while simply exercising his freedom to support the candidate of his choosing. We cannot, we must not go down this road in America. We've traveled it before throughout our history. Violence has never been the answer. Whether it's with members of Congress of both parties being targeted and shot, or a violent mob attacking the Capitol on January 6th, or a brutal attack on the spouse of former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, or information and intimidation on election officials, or the kidnapping plot against the sitting governor, or an attempted assassination on Donald Trump. There is no place in America for this kind of violence, for any violence ever. Period. No exceptions. We can't allow this violence to be normalized. You know, the political record in this country has gotten very heated. It's time to cool it down. We all have a responsibility to do that. Yes, we have deeply felt strong disagreements. The stakes in this election are enormously high. I've said it many times that the choice in this election we make in this election is going to shape the future of America and the world for decades to come. I believe that with all my soul. I know that millions of my fellow Americans believe it as well. And some have a different view as to the direction our country should take. Disagreement is inevitable in American democracy. It's part of human nature. But politics must never be a literal battlefield, and God forbid, a killing field. I believe politics ought to be an arena for peaceful debate, to pursue justice, to make decisions guided by the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution. We stand for an America, not of extremism and fury, but of decency and grace. All of us now face the time of testing as the election approaches. And the higher the stakes, the more fervent the passions become. This places an added burden on each of us to ensure that no matter how strong our convictions, we must never descend into violence. The Republican convention will start tomorrow. I have no doubt they'll criticize my record and offer their own vision for this country. I'll be traveling this week making the case for our record and the vision, my vision of the country, our vision. I'll continue to speak out strongly for our democracy, stand up for our Constitution and the rule of law, to call for action at the ballot box, no violence on our streets. That's how democracy should work. We debate and disagree. We compare and contrast the character of the candidates, the records, the issues, the agenda, the vision for America. But in America, we resolve our differences at the battle box. You know, that's how we do it, at the battle box, not with bullets. The power to change America should always rest in the hands of the people, not in the hands of would-be assassin. You know, the path forward through competing visions of the campaign should always be resolved peacefully, not through acts of violence. You know, we're blessed to live in the greatest country on earth, and I believe that with every soul, every power of my being. So tonight, I'm asking every American to recommit, to think about it. What's made America so special? Here in America, everyone must be treated with dignity and respect, and hate must have no safe harbor. Here in America, we need to get out of our silos where we only listen to those with whom we agree, where misinformation is rampant, where foreign actors fan the flames of our division to shape the outcomes consistent with their interests, not ours. Let's remember, here in America, while unity is the most elusive of all goals right now, nothing is more important for us now than standing together. We can do this. You know, from the beginning, our founders understood the power of passion. So they created democracy that gave reason and balance a chance to prevail over brute force. That's the American we must be. An American democracy where arguments are made in good faith. An American democracy where the rule of law is respected. An American democracy where decency, dignity, fair play aren't just quaint notions, but living, breathing realities. We owe that to those who come before us, to those who gave their lives for this country. We owe that to ourselves. We owe it to our children and our grandchildren. Look, let's never lose sight of who we are. Let's remember we are the United States of America. There is nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. God bless you all. May God protect our troops.
Our democracy depends on you.
It really does, folks. That's no joke.
That's why we need you. We need your help to ensure Joe's leadership continues to guide us forward. We know the other side won't rest, so we can't either. Your donation will help give Joe and Kamala's campaign the resources it needs.
Let's make history again. Chip in now. Let's secure a brighter future together.
So, folks, that was President Biden, on talking about solidarity. And I believe, that media should be neutral, that whatever media does, it should be neutral. They should not support that. They have to invite people, from both sides of the aisle. I hate, when I see, these big channels, one is democratic, the other is republican, and they are fighting. I believe that both parts of the views should be there, and that's what I'm trying to create. I have a media company, and I would request President Biden and President Trump to please come on my channel and support my channel and support my show. And this show is syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. But I am looking for some sponsorships from President Biden as well as President Trump. And I have written to both of them. And I just loved President Biden's speech on solidarity. I live in Montgomery County, and just now, while preparing this telecast, I was droned, and it is so painful, on my legs and on my head. So who are those terrorists, who are droning, and why? What is their agenda? Before that, I just did President Trump live, and just now I'm doing President Biden live. That is peace. So while I was preparing, I got droned. I don't know who these terrorists are and what is their agenda, and why they are doing that to me. I request. I work in Ladybird operation, and a Ladybird operation is of the White House, and I request all the children in the White House, or adults in the White House, who have been ever mutilated, should come to my show, and I would, give them a space. But you have to be civilized. These terrorists, I think they are bioterrorists. I don't know from where they are coming. Do they know that droning me will be very bad for my health? I have been getting death threats, and I want from this forum President Trump and President Biden to know that, and also Attorney General to know that, that why I'm getting death threats. My husband is not feeling well. He has induced dementia and Parkinson, and the healthcare system is overwhelmed. What is going in America? And I would like to know President Biden and President Trump's views as well as Madam Kamala Harris views about it. Having said that, folks, these are my two books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And when this book came in, there was lot of research going on Jugaad. So I just want to say that I have devised a business model and I want a documentary to be made of that. And the other one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. So this was also an Amazon bestseller, and this was also an Amazon bestseller, as well as hot number one new release on Amazon. This one, and this one is an Amazon bestseller. And my books, I want to increase the sales of this book because these books bring food to the table. And also these programs, I need lot of sponsorship in order to survive in this world. So please, President Trump and President Biden, please give me your ads, so that I can play here. And I have a neutral view, and I would request First Lady Jill Biden as well as former First Lady Melania Trump to please come and share your views here. And anybody who wants to share their views, you can write to me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com, and I will see what you bring to the table. But droning, and just because I didn't invite you, or you have some agenda against me, is not good. I have always said that, and I will always say that. And I have been left behind because I have been working in Ladybird operation since this December 2015, when President Trump hired me, and I haven't received my salary. So I would like Attorney General of United States of America, Honorable Merrick Garland, to please look into the matter. Having said that, folks, these are my two books, and this show will be syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. Having said that, folks, cheers and bye bye.